We are very excited about our interview today. It is with Michelle Stoneking, one of my friends, and her office is like right next to mine.
I love
so
that.
She's just an amazing person, and she has an incredibly significant role here at our church. She's on staff. So we're gonna, she is the program development coordinator and shape ministry leader for our church. So we're gonna invite Michelle, come on in, and I'm gonna hop out and let you interview.
Awesome.
Thanks, John.
Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Welcome to
Hi.
the lobby. We love this place.
Oh, I'm excited to be here. This
Yes.
is really a wonderful thing. I've seen it a few times as I'm sitting at home when I'm not feeling well, and this is just a great thing to be able to get started
I love
with.
that. Well, John alluded to your title of the church, so you are a member, a staff member of Foothills, and so I would love to hear your journey of how that came to be. So what's your background, where'd you come from, and what are you doing for Foothills now?
Okay, great. Thank you. So about 4.5 years ago, I retired from the Navy. So I did 25 years in the Navy, and I was an analyst, and I did a lot of program development, especially the last about 6 years of my career, really just looking at the organizations as a whole and figuring out where some of the gaps were and then how to fill them.
Yeah.
And with training or programs or, just how to reach people. And so when I started coming here and it was a little different, I have to say, because I was used to a more traditional music and traditional message, but it really resonated with me. And I have grown more here in the last 4 years, and I think in my walk with Jesus for the last 10. So it's been just exponential. So I've loved being here. But I started to see that we had a ton of ministries here, a ton of volunteer opportunities, but we didn't have a way to connect people and their spiritual giftings and their shape with those ministries. So I started working with Pastor Brian here, and we developed it. So I developed the shape ministry, and that's been going strong ever since. So that's what brought me here originally.
That's amazing. I love that. I love to see how God, grabs people, their skill sets, and it is such a blessing to the whole team, and you've definitely been that.
Oh,
so
thank you.
I adore that, and I adore you, so this is fun. I've been hearing a lot in the office, just some talk about the Ascend series, and so I'm excited that you're going to teach us about this today. Tell us just a little bit about that, who it's going to be for, what it is.
Okay, great. Thank you. So we used to have a 101 class, and that was going strong for quite a few years, and it was kind of the here's who we are, some fundamentals of following Jesus, and then who we are as a church. Well, I would sit in with Pastor Dale as he would teach those, because I would talk about shape, and I started to realize that it wasn't matching, and I could see his frustration, and I'm like, it just wasn't matching where we are, because this church is on the move. I love that phrase. We are a movement, not a monument. It's about doing, not just knowing. And so the whole flavor of it had changed, and he was basically, last year we just started working on how to revamp that, how to recreate it based upon where we are now as a church. And so for the last 9 months we've been working on this, and I'm so excited because Ascend series is what has come out of this. And Ascend is about, he was very purposeful in picking that word, because it is about growing and building in your relationship with Jesus. It's not about staying static, it's about growing and moving up. So it is a 4-part series, and we are launching Ascend 1 on February 21st. So in 2 weeks we're launching it, and I'm just really excited to get this out, because it will have a broad appeal to a lot of different people.
Excellent. So I heard a few things in what you said, and that is that this is sort of replacing, the start of it is replacing the 101 class.
Right.
So I just want to be clear that if you have already taken the 101 class, this is new. This is something that you definitely want to take part in, participate in. It will be for everybody, whether you have been, a part of the Foothills church family since Foothills began, or you are new to Foothills. This class is for you.
Absolutely. And so I want to talk to those folks who have been a part of Foothills and have taken the 101. Pastor Dale is going to tell us today to work on growing in our understanding of the attributes of Jesus, and we can always learn more about how to follow Jesus. So Ascend 1 is all about following Jesus. So it's great for those people who've been here before. It's online, takes about 40 minutes, completely anonymous, which is why it's really good, and we're really excited, and it was very purposeful to make it anonymous online for people who are just learning and exploring. So if that's you out there, this is a great way to get to know more about the spiritual foundations of following Jesus. Jesus.
Yeah.
Just in basic terms, you're going to hear Pastor Dale speak. He has a bunch of videos that you're going to watch, and so it's going to be very familiar. But what's great is that nobody needs to know that you're doing it. So if you're still exploring and you want to stay anonymous, it's a great way to do that. It really is.
I'm already like eagerly anticipating the excitement once we take it, how we're going to want to share it with others.
Yeah.
Like, I think that it's going to be a fabulous tool that, you know, we all have friends and family and that sort of thing that might be curious about church or curious about Foothills specifically.
Right.
So I'm excited for this tool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you mentioned that it starts, or it will become live on the 21st.
Yeah.
Are we going to hear more about that as we lead up to that? How's that going to look or work?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got a whole plan. So there'll be
Excellent.
announcements about it. We've got,
Perfect.
for those who are in person, we've got bulletin announcements.
Yeah.
We'll get it out on social media. So there'll be a lot of different ways to connect with that. And for those folks who are more comfortable watching it on a DVD rather than using online, we'll have DVDs available at the welcome centers
that's awesome.
and at the office.
Yeah.
And there'll be a little booklet that comes with it, so you'll want to get that so you can follow along. Because Dale will teach just like he teaches Tuesday night teaching or anything here during the services. You're going to follow along and right in it. So Ascend 1 is the beginning, and then Ascend 2 follows on with the second half of the old 101 class. So if you've taken the old 101 class, this one is about who we are as a church.
Yeah.
Our core values, our mission, how we're organized. And if you think, oh, I've taken that, I already know. Oh, no, this church is not static. We are moving and changing.
Yes.
Last year was a huge growth year and development year with everything going on with COVID. So it really changed, who we are, and we are just continuing to move forward to meet our mission of reaching thousands of unchurched people.
Yes.
So it's a great course. If you're brand new to the church and you want to learn more about us, then that's the class to take. It's in person, and I think we're going to have the first one in probably April.
Awesome.
Yeah, we've had to push that back. I know the papers will say March, but we had to push it back. We'll get more information about that.
That makes sense.
We had some big stuff happening, so we had to move that. But it's just a great opportunity, and more Pastor Dale talking and more organizational stuff.
Yes.
And then I'm super excited because Ascend 3, which will come out probably early summer, is the new Shape class.
Okay.
So we're going to be really exploring Shape. There used to be a 301 class years ago.
Yeah.
So we're going to revamp that, and it'll be a Shape class. So that'll be my opportunity. And then there'll be more so as we go.
Yeah.
But,
fabulous.
Really just excited for a way to onboard folks.
Yeah, excellent. Well, thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you for the prelude to what's coming. It sounds like an amazing thing that we will be able to take advantage of and participate in. So thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's been great. Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yes.